right, so what's going on? You two guys are all dressed up today. What's going to happen?
EVA number 3.
EVA number 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
We only have 2 more runs total after this.
Only 2 total.
So,
And you got 4 spacewalks on the whole flight, right?
so we're doing our finals now.
All right, and so you're outside for how many, Mike?
This time 3.
What do you mean this time?
Well, I got 6 ones in the Russian suit.
All right, stop bragging. See, right away he throws it in. Oh, but every question I ask you is going to be like somehow you're going to work into another question that you want to say. Is that what? Let's go ahead. How long is your flight today, Mike? This flight is 14 days, but I've spent a few years in space. Go ahead, Drew. What are you saying now?
On Hubble.
Yeah. Yeah. Does he give you a lot on Hubble stuff?
You know, but I appreciate it for what it's worth.
What's that?
Nothing.
The Hubble. Really, the Hubble Space Telescope is worth nothing.
Okay, so Hubble, he says, but when I was on space station, for 6 months, and then another 6 months after that.
No, but see, what the really neat thing is that what you guys did, including Drew on Hubble, is really helping us during this mission.
Oh, by the way, this is the serious Mike Finkwith. This is the serious Spanky now. Here he's turning on the charm.
I'm just saying.
What's that?
I'm just saying, what you guys did not just helped out science and community, but helped out this particular mission. And I've learned a lot from Drew, and I appreciate it.
But on the flip
I'm
side,
keeping the camera on because I want to see you go like, yeah, right.
No,
All right.
it's true.
All right,
on the flip side,
yeah.
He's learned nothing from me, so there you go.
you know, I've never seen the space station.
No, neither
Right,
have
so
I.
I've been out in the suit, but I've never seen the space station.
Right.
So to have these guys is kind of like having my own personal trainers for what happens on space.
What's it
how
like
the airlock works, how all that stuff works. So I'm happy to have.
Does it seem complicated?
Yes.
More complicated than what we did? Like on it with this.
Which part?
All right. Hello.
Hi.
What's going on? We need to get hello, Allison.
What?
What's going on now? You have to straighten out and get ready to brief here.
Tools? No, I actually don't read. These are management fingers.
You're what?
These are management fingers.
Really? What's that mean?
I have
you don't do
minions
anything?
who actually do the work.
Really? These people over here?
Yes.
All right. So is this going to be one big party today, or is someone going to tell us what's going on? You're going to get to work eventually?
We'll eventually get to work in a few minutes.
All right. How are these guys doing, by the way? I know they're right here, but you can tell me the truth.
They're pretty good. I mean,
Really?
high maintenance.
Don't say that because they're going to get a big head.
Oh.
Say something while they're listening. Say something bad.
Oh.
Say like a mistake they made.
Drew's
or
a
something.
prima donna. He's got
He
the
is?
whole Hubble thing.
That's
going.
not bad. Yes, that's right. He should be. He is a prima donna. So they're doing good though, aren't they?
They are. They're doing
Yeah,
great.
you're not going to have any trouble with these guys.
It'll be fine.
All right.
It'll be fine.
What's your theme song there, Mike? What is that?
It's by Europe.
Final countdown.
I mean, why is that your theme song?
We don't know. Why is it?
It's just one of those.
We thought it was the final
Is
countdown.
that final countdown
Then
for?
135 came along.
Oh, but it's a final countdown for your endeavor, right?
The real song is the Yellow Submarine.
The Yellow Submarine.
The real song.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Why did we have Yellow Submarine? Wasn't that one of our
You're the one who picked that.
songs of the day?
I did. I don't remember why. I like the Beatles, but I don't remember why.
How many spacewalks have you done total in space?
I've worked closely with our international partners, the Russians, and at 6 in the Orlan suit.
6 in the Orlan.
And it's a different suit.
Oh, so when you said earlier told me you had 6, that's just 6 in the Orlan.
Yeah, just 6 in the Orlan.
Okay, it's a Russian spacesuit.
It's a very Russian space.
How long were those spacewalks? Are they typically the same?
They're roughly about 5 hours.
About 5 hours. And that's a different suit, meaning what's the differences here for you?
The main thing is the American suit is called the Extravehicular Mobility Unit. So the American suit is actually a lot more mobile.
The big white suit
Big white suit.
that you're going to get into here. There's your pants.
It runs at a lower pressure. The internal pressure is about 4 pounds per square inch.
Right.
The Russian suit is about 6 pounds per square inch. So
Okay.
you can't move as well.
So it's harder to move that Russian suit.
But the pre-breathe, all the things we watch out for barotrauma and the bends in the Russian suit are a lot easier because
That way,
of the
because you have higher pressure, you've got easier for you to do the pre-breathe and get ready, but harder for you to move it because you've got a higher pressure in your suit.
Exactly. So each
right.
suit has their strengths and weaknesses, and I'm lucky, fortunate to have a chance to run in both.
That's pretty cool. You got to get him ready now? Trying to put his pants on?
Pants on the floor. Thank you.
Now, you tried to do a spacewalk in one of these, right, Mike,
Yeah,
when you were
that's
on
what-
space station?
That's exactly it.
And what happened?
Well, the cooling, the Columbia, after Columbia, the shuttle wasn't flying. So
Right.
we didn't have a chance
And you were in
to change
space
out the
then,
suits.
weren't you?
Thanks to the Russians.
Right, you went up on a Soyuz.
And
Were you supposed to go up on a shuttle initially? Or?
Yes.
You were really? And then you got switched over to the Soyuz.
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay.
Pays to speak Russian sometimes.
All right.
So it turns out the American suits had been in space for a long time, and they got some contamination on the inside.
Now you're telling the story while you're putting your pants
While
on,
I'm putting
which
my
isn't.
pants on.
You're doing two things at once. I'm impressed. So we got some contamination. Some the water got contaminated.
Right. So we couldn't. Run the suits because the cooling system wasn't working.
Right.
So we went to our international partners and Russians, and they said, okay, you can use our suits. So we went out, did an
So is that
American
why you-
EVA in a Russian
wow.
suit.
That must have been challenging, I would think, huh?
It was the first.
Were you able to do everything, or?
Yeah. Because we weren't doing something that was super difficult like you would do on a Hubble mission or one of the assembly missions, but it was an important critical task to fix a power junction box that was broken.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Mike.
I don't know how you do it, Mikey. You're kind of tall.
I make him put the suit up really high.
Okay. So can I email it to somebody or?
You still there, Mike?
How you doing?
Piece of cake.